Open the door. Oh, yeah. Welcome to episode 33 of Aushammer. As you can see, we've got Toddy here with us and the amazing Paul Lindsay from BP Laser.
G'day, how you going?
Joining us also is myself, Brinley, the real Bryn Shady, and our AOS guru, I guess is the best way to describe him, David.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey man. All right, so tonight, as you can guess, we've got some pretty cool stuff going on. We have that intro was epic. If you can go back and rewatch that.
It just needs its own music, man. I really feel like we could have done it with like Dazzle's face on the scene. And there
maybe we can do that for our banner on the Facebook site. We'll just have that on repeat. Just the door slowly opening.
But it's got a loop once it opens with another door behind it, and it just keeps going.
Yeah, it won't be smooth. It just needs to be as like jagged as possible.
Side doors.
Oh, good. We'll just stick a BP laser logo on the front of it, and an IF logo down below. No subtle, advertising in there at all. We'll be good to go.
Not sure what we're trying to achieve there, but it's certainly going to work.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So yeah, right. So all of you who are joining us tonight, welcome to another fantastic episode. We are going to be talking about all the amazing things about MDF and MDF training with Paul Lindsay of BP Laser. But firstly, what's everyone been doing in hobby? Todd.
All right. So, we'll get to it again because I've been building like a madman. I've got about 5 or 6 rooms from the corridor set by Paul. That's kept me up late at night, which is really good.
I need a hat.
Yes. Other than that, I slapped a little bit of yellow on some shoulder pads for my trader guard. But that's about it, man.
Some dirty trader guard that are for a potential narrative campaign coming up.
Some goatmen, some Skaven, some chaos cultists, and a Moria goblin.
Oh man! Hey, how much of those beastmen / cultists cost you, like per squad of 10? Are you allowed to discuss this? Is Jazz in the room or?
She's out of the room, but what do you go? So it was like just for the bodies.
I don't like where this is going.
Well, because I bought the Beastman Battalion box, which was like $140, I think. But you don't want all your cultists running around with clubs and spikes. So
yeah, you're right. Yeah, they've got to be diverse with their killing implements.
Yeah. Then there was the plague monks. Then there was the storm vermin. Then there was the countless Cadians. There was like 4 boxes of the was the one with the cultists and the chaos champion.
Vaguely remember it.
Yeah, it's like the Pida Traders box. I think there was about 4 of them. About 2 sets of heavy weapons, a command squad or 2.
Wicked.
And then the Hobbit goblins.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
the Hobbit goblins.
There's a lot of grey models sitting there.
Putting this where your wife can see it.
Yeah, so just hide it. Hide it.
No, but here's the trick. If you don't paint it, they think it all looks the same.
Why didn't I paint my miniatures?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's a perfect ploy. She can hear me through these walls. I'm dead. This is my last show, everybody.
This is your last show. You're definitely going to be
distracting her with my son. So.
Yeah, okay, good. Cheers.
They just brought the kid over to play decoy. I like it. That's good. That's good. That's clever. I probably wouldn't have thought that far ahead.
No, we can tell who's got the brains here, and it's certainly not you or I, really.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm just here to paint stuff and sleep. That is my entire job role.
Well, what have you been painting then?
Oh man, I have been smashing out a little Primaris Marine that we're doing up a tutorial for.
Oh yeah,
stylish. Probably pump a bit more light onto him. Maybe not. He's all right. And then there's been more. It's been mostly yellow. I've been painting a lot of yellow. Just getting some base colors down on a. Can't remember who this guy is.
By Sander, man.
This guy with the shield and a nice big Tonka truck over here. So more yellow. We're just yellow for days. But this is all for a commission. So and some bases. I painted a bit of grey, mixed it up a bit, got a bit crazy. Went from painting yellow to painting grey. The joy.
Color to paint.
Mm-hmm.
And how are you finding it?
Oh, yellow, easy, man. I've got an airbrush. I just
Even better.
yeah, man. I just smash that out. I'm not sitting there painting that. Oh man. No commission can pay enough for freehand work in yellow. It's disgusting. Nice and easy. Well, it'll be pretty handy when Todd's finished his building project. We'll be able to come over with the airbrush and just throw paint everywhere.
Yeah, well, that's the fun of this thing. That it's just so smooth already.
Oh man, it's so good. I love MDF.
The best way to do it, I just use the cheap grey primer from Bunnings, Fiddly Bits. You give that a coat of grey, and that seals the MDF, and then you can just put whatever you want on it.
Oh, okay. So wait, when you paint the MDF, see, I've got some models from another company. Do you have to prime it first?
It can absorb paint.
Okay.
So I generally prime it with just hold on, I'll grab.
Oh yeah, this is one we prepared earlier.
One we prepared earlier.
So that's just the grey primer on that, and it seals it. So it doesn't take away any of the etching. And then you just paint over the top of it with whatever you want.
Now, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's still got all the detail on the floor and everything. It still looks really, really good.
That's really good. Do you have a brand for what primer?
Fiddly Bits.
Fiddly Bits. All right, I think we should definitely throw that in the show comments. That's pretty handy.
Right down the road from you, Friendly.
I've already written it down.
Fiddly Bits. Sounds like a bad name for a childcare center.
Oh god.
That's it. We're done. We're out.
And we're out. And we've been banned from YouTube again.
Brimley's about to have his internet cut off again.
It happens. Happens from time to time. Oh man. Alrighty. Dave, what have you been doing for hobby, man?
Apart from painting my fingers.
Did you spill something before, Dave? Like just very quickly before the show started, I noticed there was a bang, and then you just kind of put your head in your hand.
Yeah.
Was that a wash by any chance?
It was Agrax.
Another one bites the dust.
So I've got a paper towel, everything else out here, and I was going, you know what? I'm doing bases, so I'm basically just dunking them and moving them onto a tray.
Drag them across your table and try and absorb as much as possible.
That's it. I just let it go. I just contain the mess, just to a little, 130 ml base.
Yeah, nice.
It's just in there now being dipped. But now the only thing I've really been working on is Big Fat Man.
Look at that.
So I only actually got my finger out and started to put some base colors down on him, thinking he's been sitting there for about, I don't know, 18, 20 months now, probably.
Is the model old already? Oh, that's the Forge World one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my apologies.
Yeah, Forge World one, but yeah, I've got the plastic, which all the magnets turned up this week, so I've got a pretty busy week ahead of me, I think, to try and magnetize the plastic ones, because that other guy's just like a solid chunk of resin that could break a toe.
On a note, though, using rare earth magnets.
Yeah.
Sells rare earth magnets.
Oh.
One every week, guys, because this is. I'm running this in.
You go to the rare earth magnets in there.
I just have row. They turn up, they work, they stick together. I'm done. I try not to cut my hand because I try and really drill it in, and then I muck it up, and I get the hobby knife in there and try and take off an extra set of fingerprints. But
You don't need fingerprints. It's
Nice.
overrated.
Great ones to remove. Oh,
And the Bunnings one come marked north and south.
Oh my god, this is brilliant.
yeah, I've worded that. I did actually word that. I did get told that. Like, that's a really smart idea because here I am with a Nico pen going, here we go, this one. But then every single time you go to do it, you still second guess yourself.
Yes.
Then you realise it's too late and you've got super glue stuck to your finger and you're stuck to the model.
And then it's all over.
That's it. That's me in a nutshell. The continuation of the Muppet Show. Probably should actually wait for Brindley to do some painting tutorials so I can learn.
Man, oh well, we've got. If you want to do some checkers and you want to do some, learn how to do some snazzy transfer stuff, you can go and check out the YouTube as soon as I put it up. And but they're kind of, it's kind of done lazy. I've just done them in conjunction with the aggressor tutorial, so get 3 tutorials out of 1. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just.
If I can survive the amount of yellow, we're okay then.
Oh man, well you don't have to endure me painting the yellow. I come just like, all right, so this is yellow. I did it with an airbrush. We don't need to watch this. Let's just get on to painting it, and then so just cutting to the.
We can't talk really about how you feel about yellow.
I hate yellow. So
that will get us burned.
That'll get that.
We're out.
Yeah, that gets us a language warning from YouTube. Mind you, like I realize when I paint, I swear a lot. So, like, luckily, I can just fast forward through most of my tutorial and like put music over it. So, but occasionally you like hear the occasional swear word just like slipping through like the dubstep or something. What?
I said, is it Coldplay, the music that you put on, and you just listen to the song Yellow while you do it?
Oh my god! And Yellow Submarine, that's a great idea. It could be like a torture. We need more, and then just throw Wonderwall in there because
why not?
You got to keep the crowd pleased and everyone happy.
Exactly. It'll just randomly teenagers just flock to your site. Is this still the 90s? Is this how it works? I can't remember.
So I'm trying to restrain.
Yeah.
Don't restrain yourself on our behalf. We're all about it.
Semi-professional, like just some form.
None of that. We're all over it. Oh man! All right, so we are here with the amazing Paul Lindsay. We have a whole bunch of amazing MDF terrain to look at, but I think we've got to answer some real questions here. What army do you play in 40k?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Steel Legion.
There we go. Good man.
All models.
Do you play Age of Sigmar?
No.
That's okay.
No, I haven't played. What was the last one? 7th Ed?
Yeah.
So yeah. So I played 7th Ed Fantasy, but then got involved in. Well, now I play Cador.
What is Cador?
Well, there's this game called War Machine, but the best faction. It's Cador, so I play that.
Oh, the blue one?
Blue ones.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I can't. So War Machine? I can't remember. I don't know War Machine too well, but it does. War Machine's a futuristic one, and
no, it's a steampunk.
It's the steampunk game. But is it tied into the other one that's kind of like fantasy with the hordes in it? Warmer
Hordes. It's the same system. You've got. Oh god, there's so many factions now I can't remember. The original ones were Cador, Signar, Menoth, and Krix. Then they added dwarves, elves, Legion, Trollbloods. There's a couple there I can't remember. But yeah, it's a huge system. And it's quite a lot of fun to play.
Yeah.
And when I first started, I think there were just the 4 faction boxes. Yeah. And they were fun. I kept adding stuff every week, and it would be interesting to have the power dynamics change when people got their new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, oh, I can beat you now. So, oh, yeah, great. Not a problem. It's built on from there. It's got so large now. You used to be able to know all the cards and what every other model did. These days it's so large you can't remember them all, and it's all on. You can get the war room on your an iPad or tablet, and just program your game on that and use those instead of using the cards. It's quite interesting, but yeah, I haven't played it for about a year now. I don't think you've even painted anything for about a year. So.
Why? What's kept you busy?
Oh, well, that's an interesting segue there. Yeah. I also run a small business doing laser terrain for miniature wargaming.
Oh, that's pretty. So, what encouraged you to start that business? Was it a lack of general terrain, or?
Well, we had the Blind Pig Games Club, and we were making Rebecca Weir and I. She was the other owner at the time. We made so much terrain for the club. I think I have 50 tables at home and terrain boxes of terrain for 50 tables. But you make it out of core flute, and it just got it's very time consuming. So each building would take out of core flute hand making, say 3 or 4 hours.
Wow.
And so you make them, you pan them up, and you stick them. They're all very good. They've still got some of them that's very strong. And some people would say, well, can you make them for us and we'll buy them off you? Well, you don't want to pay $100 for a core flute building because it's taking me 4 hours to make or 5 hours to make. So we thought we'd get a small laser and try that. And we got a small laser and made a few things. And this might be interesting. Maybe we can do a business. We've got a bigger laser, as you do. The smaller one,
more laser beams.
More laser.
All supervillains, turns out, just wanted to create 40k terrain.
And we started building more stuff and put a store up, and people started buying from us. No, we don't make a lot of sales out of it, but we do make some. It's quite a lot of fun to do. So, yeah,
that's wicked. I love that. This is the sort of story you want to hear.
So you said you've been at it for 4 years now.
About 4 years.
About 4 years. Oh, okay, cool. All right. And just having a look at your website, going back, what would be the oldest piece that you guys?
Oh, so these original Infinity buildings. They're probably the ones we started off at. We started off originally with the this sort of type.
I might do a quick screen share with you, Bryn, if that's all good.
Yeah, buddy. I was just thinking that. We need to see this stuff.
All right. Can you see me now?
Can you see me? Hold on. I need to screen share you to everyone. I need to lock you on. And oh, wait, hold on. You are good to go, my friend.
All right.
Okay. So we originally started off with these buildings here, which are just a static building. 4 sides, roof, a base, a balcony. They don't actually, they're just a piece of terrain that gets in your way. Then we thought, well, why not make them a little bit more interesting? So you've got these ones up here. Just open it up.
Yeah, I might actually pull that one up so we can have a look at that.
It's actually a 3-story building with each floor comes apart, so you can actually get inside the building, play through the building, get up on the roof.
Oh yeah.
To
this one
there.
Yeah.
And that gives you the components to it. So well, we built those and designed those and put them up in the store, and we never sold a static building again. Well, we've got 10 static buildings or 8 static buildings that no one buys. The ones you can actually pull apart and play through. So
a lot more popular. Yeah, outdid yourself.
They're actually easier to store too. The pull apart ones, because they're not a big building taking up a lot of room inside a tub. They can actually be broken up into parts. Bits can be put inside them, and they can be just stacked and layered.
Nice.
And that's the 150mm building. So any 150mm piece fits on top of that.
Yep.
So you can make it. There's actually floor kits as well that you can buy. So you can make it however high.
Like these tiles.
Well, that's the base tile.
Yeah.
So you can buy a floor kit like this.
Oh, right. Okay.
And you can make the building however tall you want it.
Oh.
You want a 10-story building? You can have a 10-story building.
Hear that, Brinley?
That sounds perfect, man. I need a 10-story building in my life.
Yeah.
I think the biggest one I did, well, Matthew put it together when he was about 4 or 5 years old. He just kept stacking stuff on top of each other. I went, that's quite impressive. It gets quite large.
Let's do that.
I'm glad you brought that up, actually, because that was something that we were talking about before you and I jumped on here. You said your son was the inspiration for this new
For the corridor set.
new corridor set. I'll just see if I can.
There's actually one. If you go back to the main page.
Yeah.
Click the main page. Yeah.
Yeah.
There should be a photo on the main page.
Showing off just your most amazing work ever.
There it is. Look at that.
Cool. This big boy.
Right. So we're on holidays at Caloundra. It was raining that day, and Matthew's playing Fallout Shelter on his tablet and says, "Dad, can you build me a corridor set, a vault set?" I said, "Well, okay." So we sat down and we ran through a couple of designs for it and thought, "Oh, well, that's all right." It's about 2 years ago, I think.
Wow.
It took me about another 3 months to get around to it, and I just made up a set. And designed it. Turned out okay, and I put it on the store and thought, well, people might buy it. It took, oh my God, I don't know how long it took to actually design. Each piece probably took about, all of this would have taken about an hour. The
Wow.
example would have taken 3 hours to design, and a couple of photos on top of that. But yeah, so I built him a. He played with it, and then I sold it all.
Oh, brilliant.
So he hasn't noticed it's missing yet, so that's okay. So
all those Kickstarters, everybody else got a child's present.
well, no, the original. I think I made it 3 or 4 originally for people, and that was since the premiere event for Queensland Knights, Northern Knights last year, and I took it along. That was its first outing, I think, and I think I sold 4 sets then, put them all together. I gave people a deal, extra $20, I'll assemble it for them. A lot of people said, yes, that'll be great. And I went, yeah, that was the problem. Yeah, it took me months to finish it all, put it all together. It was not the best idea.
Yeah, because as you can see here, there's like all these different room designs, and then you've got these magnificent little things that you really can just take for granted, but these all come in the set as well, don't they?
They've been modified.
Yeah.
And there's about, in the original set, there were 70. In the Kickstarter set, there's 300.
Right. That's right, because you've got the levels on there.
Yeah, there's section numbers and com pads and electrical things and, door names and numbers and all that sort of thing. So it got excessive, but
and
I think it actually works really well. It looks good.
Yeah.
So.
And each of these is engraved as well. Like that's not just
printed,
printed,
actually
yeah.
engraved into the
so you can paint these up, Brindley, for me, all in yellow.
There's gonna be blood and splatter everywhere.
No, I just want them yellow, man. That's all.
Different shades of yellow.
You can
50 shades of yellow.
50 Shades of Yellow.
Can we break them?
Oh, well, 50 Shades of Yellow, I guess. I think I'll go insane before that.
To distract my son, where is it? From the fact that I sold his set, I built him something else.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
There's not a full picture there. Damn it. I was hoping there would be, but it's a castle set, so he's got this big castle set at home that he plays with, so...
That'd distract me pretty easily.
See, my dad I used to have a Lego castle as a kid. Yep. My dad super glued my Lego kit together because he was sick of rebuilding it. You have solved everyone's problem here.
Yes.
That's genius.
Yeah, I don't think I do have one there. The actual tops of the castle or the towers come off, and you can put the walls up against the edges there, and you can actually play through it. So,
wow, nice.
So a lot of thought goes into these. Well, that's actually what I wanted to ask you as well. Next, where were we hiding? Somewhere here.
Oh,
this one.
God, pyramid.
That pyramid, I've seen that before. That is awesome.
You can there's a way you can turn this into like it can be a stepped one as well, can't it?
Some people have, yeah.
Yeah.
They just take the pieces off and use them a little bit differently.
Love it.
I had a gentleman, this came about, a gentleman in Canada contacted me and said, I need a pyramid. He had a Stargate themed game that he was playing. He needed a pyramid. And his 2 sons kept objecting when he kept stealing their Lego pyramid. You build me one? Yeah, I can do that. So this design took about a month. Pyramids are really difficult. Really difficult. Those sloping sides, it's really difficult.
So if you were to rank, because this is what I wanted to ask you, if you were to rank like your favorite, easiest, from beginning to end process coming together to your most difficult project, where does the pyramid sit?
Well, at the time, the pyramid was the most difficult one because it was just something I'd never done before.
Yeah.
And it was, at the time, the largest piece of scenery. It's almost a 2-foot square scenery piece.
That's actually massive when you think about it.
Yeah, it spans
pretty huge.
Description there. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just...
Yeah, no, you go for it.
Yeah, there you go, 538, 21 inches by 21 inches wide by 14 inches tall. So it's just large. Yeah.
I'll be needing one. I'll be needing one. I'm not sure what yet, but
I have actually made one which has 4 entrances, 1 per side.
Right.
So you can come into it however you want. So that's an added extra if you
I think I'm just going to
feel inclined.
Well, I'm just probably going to have to start a Necron army. And
Well, actually, what you should do is start at the 28mm buildings, buy 1 each of those, and just work your way through.
That's good.
I think there's only 152 products on the store, so
wow,
they're good to go.
So,
I'm really impressed.
152 products, the store, and as you were saying before, it's just like casual, just to keep you guys.
Yeah, well, it originally started out as there's got to be an easy way to make terrain for the club because there were so many game systems coming out at the time. We had the 40K, which was changing its rules. We had Fantasy, War Machine. What was the other one? There's a couple of space games, lots of stuff, lots of it. And we're constantly building terrain. We thought there must be an easier way to build terrain. So we got the laser and I designed it on the CAD program and cut it out. And it worked quite nicely. We decided to try and make a little business out of it. Yeah, it didn't work so well, but it's a work in progress.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But Kickstarter was a different experience?
Yeah, it was actually. Basically, I decided to do a Kickstarter for advertising. Hopefully get into a bigger market, spread the word that we actually exist, and we make terrain at a reasonable price, I hope. So we
pretty reasonable.
What was that, sorry?
Definitely pretty reasonable in my opinion.
Yeah, you can fill a whole board.
Yeah.
Amazing. Just not share anymore. There we go.
So we so I just decided to do the corridor set as the Kickstarter. Kickstarter's a bit of a weird program. It's hard to describe the experience. Overall, it's quite positive. It worked. We got funded. I had 35 people buy sets or carbon sets, so it was great. Made some money out of it. Had people from Germany, USA, England, Canada buy sets. So it's definitely, as an advertising, it worked. What else we got?
Oh, well, yeah, I was just going to say, so the whole Kickstarter experience for you was pretty positive.
Yeah, it was pretty positive. It's like I said, it's a funny program. I went into it thinking, right, I decided to go with a finished product. So I had the product, I prototyped it, I knew exactly how it worked. I had all the bits. I had created another 15 rooms to add to it. In hindsight, I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone with the main product, a half set, and 5 rooms. And then in 3 months' time, once I've got all those out, did it again. Base set, 5 rooms, plus another 5 rooms, or something like that. Because a lot of the stuff people bought one of, I mean, there were quite a number of people who bought the entire room sets.
Yeah.
Which was great. But yeah.
So because you had the corridor set, which all this deliciousness belongs to. Smashing this thing together. Just look at the size of it too, by the way. Like,
hold on, I'll just lock in. You can just stick a whole hand in there. You just fisted it.
I will never repeat that behavior on the internet again, and I apologize. But
well, from a design perspective, I actually wanted it so you can hand in there because I've got fairly large hands.
And we lost Bradley.
It's going so good.
I wanted to get it with 75mm width at the bottom, through the middle, and then be able to, when you put a miniature in, put your hand in to move the miniature. There'd be plenty of room to do that. So you angle it out and bring it up. It seems to work quite nicely, and it looks good. And once you put all the card in and painted it, which I haven't painted the set yet, so one day I will.
You know what though, it goes together really, really well.
Good.
So I had a fiddle around. I built the door today, and I was noticing before when we were looking at the pyramid that you've obviously got a tried and tested result here for your kind of bracketing and your support structure. So is that something that you just found? You found something that works for you, and then you build a design over that?
The other thing is I try to keep the buildings fairly similar across the board. So there's a theme traveling through all the buildings. So you can actually look and go, oh, right. So, and again, I try to make it so it only goes together the one way.
Yes.
Thank you for that a lot.
Oh yeah, it will get so confusing. Like that would be.
That brings me to my next question.
Yes.
You obviously know this product pretty well.
Yes. Oh, that's a piece of scrap.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, thank God.
I called it. Toddy was here and it's like I really want to know what this piece is. I'm hoping he can tell me. I'm pretty sure it's just like this random piece he just threw in there to fuck with you.
So this is where you've got two of these nested together, and that bit sits in the middle.
Hey,
one on either side.
Right, okay.
And that's the offcut, which sometimes gets included. If you've got that, you're very lucky. You should keep it.
Oh, limited edition.
You can use that bit to poke out any other bits that haven't been poked out. So
I'm sure this show just saves some builder's life, and they're just like, I don't know where it goes. They've like rage quit. They've quit their job. They're like drawing stuff on the walls. They haven't seen their family in weeks, and they're like, Daddy, when's Daddy coming out of his hobby room?
It's like one of those rooms where all the red string just connects to everything.
It's like
there.
Toddy trying to explain where the piece goes. There's just red string everywhere.
This is another really, really fun one. I enjoyed. I built this afternoon, actually.
That was a nightmare.
And thank you. Kudos to you. Look at this little thing. Like, just that alone, game changer.
Oh,
just that's courtesy building.
That's cozy. That's nice.
But then, oh yeah,
look at that little elevator,
and
which is really, and it can fit a chimera.
That one, no,
not
a bit.
Not this one.
Oh,
a happy little bullgrin.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he'll go in there. Away he goes.
Yeah, I think
that's pretty awesome.
I know. 3 times. So. Every time I touched it, I did something else wrong to it. So, but it ended up working in the end.
No, but here, Brinley, this is the one I was bragging about because.
Oh, look at that
little removable wall. Rolls right in and out. Perfect.
And so Chimera can effectively drive throughout like an entire system.
Boop.
No, through the doors.
Actually, will he fit there?
Will he fit?
Actually,
pretty close.
It's a tight squeeze, but you
pretty
can
close.
You can do
probably
it.
Get a Chimera through the sections. Oh, look at that. That's
well. I've seen army drivers on exercise, and I assure you, they would get a Chimera through that. I
don't know, you might not know this, but the last time I played a narrative game with Brinley, his job was to to clear a deck.
Yeah.
And his first protocol was to vent every deck. And it kind of ruins the mood when all your hard work just gets sucked into outer space in the opening
Someone
moment.
else has watched BSG.
Yeah.
First thing you do, get to engineering, vent the shit.
Yep.
Vent everything.
Had to make up some BS to solve that problem, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I should just put my application in for like, you know, the United States Space Force. They come up against an alien threat. I'm just like, nah, we're just gonna blow that thing out of the sky. We're not sending anyone over. We're not talking to it. Just shoot it. We're done. We're out. Send it into the sun.
You can always buy new ships.
That's it. You can always we're just gonna ram it into the sun. But there's like 15,000 people on this ship. Just ram it into the sun. It's not worth it. You don't understand. I've read every Alien comic. This ends terribly.
Yes, pretty much. I have to agree with you there. It's the effort, yeah.
Yeah. Lessons learnt. Thanks, Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of, so I know you said that it was the Vault game, that got your son to pick this up, but we've been hard pressed finding a corridor kit quite like this.
Oh yeah.
Did you, when you were building it, did you have to watch like Alien or anything to get that mojo flowing for you?
No, I saw Aliens at the theaters when it came out first time, so you know. Need to repeat that experience. Thank you very much.
Were you by yourself and scared and alone?
Oh, there's another joke I can't say.
There needs to be a disclaimer about bringing people onto the show to introduce them differently.
No, it's, you know, I've thought about doing a corridor set quite a few times, but when I wanted to, there were actually, you know, I think there were 3 corridor sets made by people floating around.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, well, just adding another one to the mix. But, you know, it's a different thing with your son says, Daddy, can you build me a mold? Yeah, okay, why not?
Yeah.
Matthew, my son Matthew, he actually has a huge collection of MDF scenery. He gets the prototypes.
Oh, wicked.
So he has a lot to play with. He's got so much it's not funny.
Some kids get all the luck, man.
Man, I wish my dad was a talented designer. He just put food on the table and a roof over my head, the monster.
Look, that's what my wife does. She's great at it,
So, corridor kit, start to finish, the process was really, really smooth.
Well, the way you design things is you come up with an idea. You say, right, I wanted to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do a prototype version.
Mm-hmm.
You do the design first, and you do a prototype version. You try to stick it together, and you realize, well, that didn't work. And then you to the drawing, and you alter the bits that you think will be right. Mm-hmm. And you go, right, cut that. And you go, right, that works. Then you add detail. Well, that's the way I do it. So I generally do 3 versions. Mm-hmm. The final version being the production version. But even that, you come back to it after a week and you look and go, well, actually I can do that slightly better with these doors. Originally they had pins in the sides here to hold the.
You might just have to hold it up a little, so
pins in the side here. An insert piece here that kept them apart, and I've altered that by using cutouts inside the second layer to hold it all together. So, you know, a little bit of design saved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So the 6 pieces you have to cut. And it looks a lot better. It's a lot easier to put together.
Yeah. So they're very sturdy too. It's really nice. And just the way that you assemble them, you pick it up and instantly go, oh, that's a back bit. Then there's two slanted bits there. That was really easy to find for them. These are kind of like your running theme, I think I pointed out before. So you find those bits, and once you put one together, you kind of know how everything else goes. So you mentioned the rooms before, and I don't think they're up on your store yet, but you did do them.
No, they're not up on the store yet.
No, but you did do them for the Kickstarter.
Did them for the Kickstarter.
So there's the bridge, there's the brig, there's an armory, and a hangar.
Oh. I should have brought a list, actually. You just go to Google and type in BP Laser Kickstarter.
Sure can.
You're
I don't have my sheet of paper that you handed to me at BrizCon.
What was that, sorry?
I didn't have the sheet of paper you handed out at BrizCon because that was awesome. You're just like, are you serious? Is this everything?
And it'll actually come straight up.
I just have it.
Layers here.
Yeah. There you go. You.
Yeah, that's it.
That's this one.
Second one.
Oh,
second one. There you go.
Cool. You know my computer better than I do.
Right, go to the campaign. Just scroll down. So
I'll let you drive.
Okay, so
makes it easy.
List of rooms. We'll just get to the bottom.
Oh, because here's the pictures for them now. Is that them?
Yeah, that's some of the pictures. Yeah.
We might have to do another.
There's your garage.
Yeah, we might have to do another quick
do
sheet.
this.
Ready?
Hold on.
Hold on, I'll just read.
I believe you're still sharing to everyone anyway.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
So
Just screen share it straight up.
Yeah, I'll screen share it for you. You can see the amazing work.
There we go.
There we go.
So the list of the extras is there's the barracks, the control room, the garage, the brig, computer node room, power node room, medical bay, reactor room, small room, armory, shuttle bay, bridge, and airlock. And I also had a custom order for a hangar bay, which is basically a 2 foot by 2 foot room. You can probably find that somewhere.
Yeah,
but it's not on the
no.
Kickstarter, so I didn't actually get there. So there's different doors and all sorts of things.
So just like, man,
Look at this. Look at those doors.
I never thought doors would be so exciting.
That one there is that piece you had before, or the insert.
Yes, just this thing.
Just that thing.
Yeah. Okay.
With a hatch cut into it.
Right. Okay. I'll have to show you this bit. It was just one of the walls that came out of the big four room.
Then you've got the 4-store replacement, which is a piece of acrylic.
Yeah.
You know. Security shields shields to block line of sight, so you have to go around them instead of just shooting down long corridors. An airlock.
Now that is awesome looking.
That is gangster. Look at that.
It is
airlocks. I'm all over that.
Cog doors in it as well.
No, it's a sliding door that fits in through the top. Yeah, it's an iris.
Yep.
Etched iris door. The big one. The big one.
Mm.
This is the next one. Is the catwalk. That'll fit any standard room. It goes around the outside of it. It reduces the play area of inside the room, but puts it on the outside of the room. You actually get that in the control room set, the reactor set. Yeah, that's the small crew room.
Yep.
It's got like little beds and stuff.
Sorry?
It's got little beds and stuff, does it?
Yes, no beds in it, yeah.
Oh, so cool.
Two little sleepy beds.
2 little sleepy beds. Oh man, I love that. I'm gonna get that one.
The riser set, there's a set of stairs plus a 150 and a door and a room that you can actually elevate pieces of the corridor set.
Yeah. Just bring it to a whole new level.
The armory.
That's nice.
It comes with all sorts of cut card to go on and the door.
So that's the standard door for the armory?
Yeah, standard door for the armory. Brig.
Yeah.
You got to misbehave, you're going to get slammed up.
Just love this.
Every good ship's got a brig.
Yep.
Don't you know that?
Oh, don't I know that?
That's the computer node room.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the computer core.
That is awesome. Yeah, you're going to have to get me one of these.
Control room, just a standard, bog standard control room sort of thing.
Just even the layout of the panels, it's so incredibly, it's so just so 90s.
Well,
there's that awesome vibe to it.
We're looking at here, so
Oh man,
just loving the detail too, and all this is laser cut as well. Like that's
all laser. Yeah, the card.
So nice little prime, and
it's easy to paint. There's actually, if we go to the updates, just go to the garage. It's one of my favorites, the bridge.
Yes.
So you've actually got a Starship bridge. This here is a big curved screen it sits in front, and you got little command areas and some other little areas to work on. Pop over to the updates. Tick, 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 tick. Here we go.
So is the room set still available on Kickstarter, or is your Kickstarter done now?
Kickstarter's done. It's, as I said, Kickstarter's a bit of a weird program. I can't actually figure out how to extend it. Or there's going to be a way to extend it. But that's okay. You just email people, say if you want it, it's still available.
Yeah,
you can grab it. So these are some painted shots.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
That's the half set plus a vault door.
Yeah. So, and that's a fairly decent sized game.
It's a big game.
Yeah.
But that's just the half set though. So it's the half set plus a few other bits. There's the airlock there.
Oh yeah, there's your doors.
The brig there. That's the bridge. Medical bay. Garage, I think there. So, yeah.
Wow.
No, that's the garage. Yeah, that's the garage. Yeah.
It's wicked.
That's the reactor room. This one here.
Oh.
Good fun. Each piece, the newer rooms, I think I worked on. I basically redid the entire corridor set and made sure it worked properly for mass production. Took me from Christmas till the end of March. I was still working on it, the day before the Kickstarter went up, just to get it all sorted and make sure it all worked properly. But yeah, it worked. So yeah, any other questions we don't have?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Actually, no. One, if you've got any plans for the future, I mean, you're still riding the wave of this. This is obviously all because you were saying that you were up to piece 30,000 or something before.
About piece 30,000. I should have packed my. The good thing is though, the Kickstarter's just got completely packed and ready to ship out. I should have everything packed by. Right, I think. Ready to ship out. I'm actually going away for a week, so thank God. And then the rest of it will ship out when I get back, second week of the school holidays. So, yeah.
Nice.
So I think it's probably the fastest Kickstarter in history, but
just smashing it out.
Future ideas. There's always something to design. I've had a lot. I went to BrizCon.
Just jump back here.
Yep.
Exit the screen share.
Love it. We can do that. Hold on. I will stop sharing.
Friendly.
Oh no, wrong button. Hold on. Professionalism. There we go. Ha. Here.
I went to BrizCon. When was that? End of April. And did quite well. People loved our stuff and liked the Kickstarter and took lots of stuff, bought lots of stuff, which is excellent. But I got a lot of requests for 25 and 20 millimeter terrain. So
for sneak peek time.
I'll grab that one.
So the one I showed you previously was the,
Oh, look at that.
8 millimeter skirmish. So that's the skirmish style. This is out of the wartime set. So.
Love it.
And then we I had a few people from Bolt Action and Warlord who played Bolt Action Warlord wanted a 25 millimeter. So that's the 25 millimeter for a bit of scale. So I believe that's a Warlord tank.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's about the right sort of scale. So, and then I had people said, well, you can do 25 millimeter. How about 20? So
they just start talking you down lower and lower.
So that's as comparison, 25 to 20.
You got some of that 15 mil?
Well,
15 mil for digital and everything else coming out. 15 mil, we might need to do that.
Yeah.
Being limited by the thickness of the MDF, because the MDF I can get in Australia is 3 millimeter. So 3mm at 20mm comes down to about 30 centimeters.
Ooh.
So that's quite thick for a floor, or for a roof. It's okay for the walls, but so I've been doing a lot of card work recently, making roofs out of card and things like that. It's all experimental, so we'll see how we go.
Speaking of experimental, I don't know. Yeah, like
this is on the store.
This is my new favorite thing. I'm now a bridge guy.
A bridge guy.
Well, because here's your bridge, right? But it's not big enough to get over your problem, so you just
give it a take.
Just give it up. Yeah, you do that.
Build it bigger. Oh, mate, look at that.
Look at it. It's massive.
Extendo bridge.
Love it. Mentioned bridges. So there are walkways, and there's a 100mm bridge, a 50mm walkway, and a 100mm walkway. I think in the same sort of style.
So yeah, you've pretty much got everyone's bases covered here.
Yeah, I hope so.
Like,
Well, you have you've got two buildings. You put a walkway across. Then the buildings have to be close. Whereas if the walkways are now up to 350mm, I think it'll stretch out to. So a little bit more actually. Got a tape flying around?
Yeah, well, hopefully. I mean, otherwise I'm just cheating my way through 15 years of hobby.
I can't quite remember the lengths, but yeah. No, so I've also got extension ladders on the store. So they actually slide out from about 175mm up to 350mm. So if you've got a high building, just whack the extension ladder on the side of it. Didn't bring one of those. I should have.
Oh, this is great. Turns out there's a mouse in my house.
There's a mouse in your house?
Yeah.
Oh, charming. Is that what Matthew?
Yeah, that's where all the noise has been coming from.
It's just one across the
Is that they've been screaming about a mouse?
Yeah, apparently it's in my pantry eating all my corn chips.
Oh, okay. So it's
that's fine.
Fully extended. And closed up, it is 360. So 100 extension.
That's decent.
So if Kickstarter didn't get you on the international map, then I'm going to make it my life mission to do so, because there is just so much cool stuff here.
And to, how do we call it? For that, cars.
I mean, they're pimpmobiles.
Look at that. That is gangster as. Look at that little fella. Oh, man, I love that.
Just one of them. Scenery. So I have a fair bit of sort of Fallout-ish scenery, just designed because I like the style. So it's one without the windows.
Has it got like a little engine in there that you can pop the hood on and?
No. I have actually got a truck on the web store which the wheels rotate.
Oh.
And you can actually slide up and down. I thought to myself, why did I do that? There's so many extra parts to it.
Because it's awesome.
But I've designed it with wheels that rotate.
And now you know there's a game out there where someone is going to have to hijack a truck, Brinley, when their tanks get blown up.
That's
I just hope there's plenty of civilians around for collateral damage. That's what I'm saying.
Can you do MDF like civilians?
Because I have done MDF cutouts.
Oh yeah,
civilians for one of the guys who plays Infinity. I've made a heap of them for him.
Oh right,
which I think he gave away, so that market gone. So
how about MDF dead civilians, knowing the way our games tend to go?
Little piles of people lying down.
Piles of bodies.
Oh god.
Sorry, this is
anything's possible. Just silhouette
possible.
Down there.
You just lie them out. Little bodies just laid out to say sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
We're a wholesome family show.
We're good to go.
Once upon a time.
We're good to go.
Yeah, well, like I'm pretty well set now. I think I've asked you every question that can be asked. But I'm just going to keep throwing money at you for a long time.
Thank you.
No, that's okay. Thank you, because this is my new hobby. Is I'm just going to stop collecting plastic crack altogether and just go for sweet MDF.
Yeah, there was so me and Toddy have known each other for quite a while. and he's been talking about ages for just all he wanted to do is just like, you know what, I'm going to finish painting these armies. I'm going to stop buying plastic crack, where I just started laughing hysterically. He's like, no, I'm serious, man. And then I'm just going to buy terrain. And at the time it was pretty limited for what we could get. And then at about BrizCon time, I was at home being miserable, and I get this overexcited, screaming, high-pitched squeal on my phone. I'm just like, who is this? He's like, it's Todd. It's Todd. I found it. I'm like, oh my God. He's like found the Holy Grail or something. Even better, he's found a full set of MDF corridor terrain for us to destroy. And here we are. Very, very excited. So Todd's been keeping me up to date on his progress of building.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's very exciting, man. Yeah.
Well, I don't get. Todd, I've just noticed you've done that wrong.
What?
That lines up with there.
Oh, it's meant to go upside.
Goes the other way.
Wow, you're an idiot sandwich.
So what we'll show you is, I designed everything so it all lines up.
And he's done such a good job, and now I feel like
this bit's supposed to go the other way around. So
it's so obvious because it's like, how, Toddy?
Oh, that's all right.
I really don't want to admit that.
Just give it a.
That one had to be pushed a bit harder than everything else, and I wondered why.
Wow, I am. Oh man, you send us a photo of that. It's a meme. It's gonna be a meme now.
Point up.
Yep. I can see every other thing I've assembled. They all point up.
Oh great! Now this poor man has to change his logo. It's no longer idiot proof. It's almost idiot proof.
Would you like to be a product tester?
Just sit me in the corner of a room.
I've been looking for someone to do product testing who can actually go, I made a mistake. Yeah, right. I have to fix that.
Well, right, we'll have to do that.
Because I kept eating all the PVA glue, so.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was after he sniffed all the super glue. Now. Oh, Toddy.
Yeah.
Comedy value gold.
Now I'm going to go check everything else. Well, I built the long corridor in it. It's good. Yeah,
it's good.
It's good. I did that one right.
Just get Paul to check everything before he goes tonight. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got nothing better to do at this time.
I'll be dropping around. And yes, Brindley, like the tank does go all the way.
I'm so happy.
That is terrifying and exciting.
I'm so happy about that.
So how many tanks do you actually have in that game, Brindley?
2.
Oh, good. You're limiting him. Great.
Yeah. He's only letting me have 2. But in saying that, he's just like, oh, yeah, just 2 chimeras. I'm just like, okay. I'm like, what can I give them? He's like, I was like, oh, whatever you want. So I gave them everything.
Oh, yeah, they're now portable bastions.
Yeah, so...
Why wouldn't you have everything on a chimera?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? I love it. I was so happy when I found I had extra little heavy weapon guards for the stubbers, because I think they just look so much better now. I'm fairly happy.
Yeah.
I'm all over it. They've all got like little antennas and everything, and dozer blades, and flamers up the front. Oh, so much happiness. Yeah, so excited about my wargaming. It'll be so good. So this terrain that Toddy is busy creating, it's going to be a key feature in, I can only imagine, a high number of encounters that will be featured in.
Pretty much every one of them. I'll find a way.
Oh man, we're going to bring it out. We'd be like, oh yeah, just found ourselves in a hive city, and here we go.
Right.
We're running through destroying stuff.
That's until I convince Paul to build me a hive city out of MDF.
Well, it's a possibility.
Don't say that.
That's the next thing you need to do. You need to do a hive city. But have it on like a good slant, so you've got all the tiers.
A 10-foot sided pyramid. That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I could do it.
I can see nothing about it. Just this would be fine. Would not. You've already got a house. You don't need any more money.
We'll let you know if you do commissions.
There you go. You heard it first.
doing some commissions. Oh,
Well, if anybody's watching, you need to contact Paul and get that dream piece of scenery that that you've always wanted, as big as you wanted it.
Oh dear.
well, look, when I saw the bridge, that got me semi interested in like what are the capabilities of MDF? Could you make, if you wanted to, could you make like a segmented like I'm thinking like a Halo style suit? Could you make a segmented suit that people could just pop out in gigantic sections and build? Is that possible?
Probably not out of MDF, but it'll cut. I can cut up to, you know, various thicknesses. I think I can cut up to 9 millimeters of MDF. So it's a possibility out of something other than MDF. But yeah,
It makes me really happy. I have so many ideas now. Oh man, my wife's not going to like any of this.
Mine will.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like a person just dropped off like a shipping container of MDF flat sheets. What's that? Nothing. Why is there a life-size chimera in the front yard?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I don't know.
Just build it in the garage itself. Put the car in the driveway and start building in the walk garage. It's fine.
The next step is to seal it and then replace my chassis frame with the chimera and then drive that to work.
What you do is you build the chimera around the car, and then you use GoPros to feed you a live feed, and then you can just drive it around.
That's good to go. That's what we need.
He does not need any more ideas, really, Paul.
I'm not a person to give bad ideas to. This is why we have warnings on things. Oh man, I can't wait. That's really cool. MDF, it sounds amazing. Are there any like sneak peeks you can give us as to future projects that you're planning on ahead? Anything extraordinary we can look forward to in the near future?
Well, I am doing some. How do you say it? SW Legion.
SW Legion. Oh.
Yeah. So I've built a bunker and I've built a landing pad. You don't have Facebook. I can't show the face.
No, I don't have.
No, my son. I bought him a Lego AT-AT a few years ago, and then a year later he says, "Dad, can I have another Lego AT-AT?" I looked at him and went, "Let's go look on eBay. $400 for a Lego AT-AT now."
Oh my
goodness. No, I don't have one. But I have this handy laser file. I can actually, do design work. So he has a full-size AT-AT, which articulated legs, and he can walk it around. Well, he has a Lego, same size as a Lego one out of MDF.
Well, yeah.
But that's something you couldn't mass produce for, reasons.
Well, the story about the mouse?
Yeah.
The Disney mouse?
It's not so much the mouse, it's more like the mouse's armada of lawyers.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That are probably monitoring us right now. See, the viewer just went up by 1. Yep. They're here. They're watching.
Hello.
Hey, Disney.
Oh, no.
Please don't rewatch any of this.
You could probably get away with doing something similar, but because Disney owns it now, no one messes with the mouse.
No.
Yeah. I mean, like, George Lucas was just a pushover. You could do whatever you wanted then. Now you got to watch out. You'll get goofied, and the next thing you know, you're working at Disneyland as a zombie.
It's like I have a warp gate on the website, and I was actually looking for I was watching the TV show about warp gates, and went on the website, and I decided I'd like to build one of these. People might like to buy one, so I built one. And then I went looking for the SG name. And that's actually still copyrighted. Nobody can use Stargate as a name because it's actually still under copyright.
What? That's ridiculous.
No, it's just not worth playing around with. No, there we go. You can see that.
Oh, yeah.
People have to learn to free up that IP so they can just
If I hold this up, I don't know how well you'll be able
Hold
to
on,
see
this is
this. Oh yeah,
Slightly better one.
there's a bigger one. There's a four-legged
thing.
walker of some description that may or may not look like anything else out there, but
It's about 25 centimeters tall, so yeah. Perks. There's a
Wow, that's unique. I've never seen one of those before.
that's a good one.
there's one from the front, which is a bit difficult to see. It's in plain MDF, so
If robots have a Tinder profile,
That robot would be swiping left. It's swipe right.
so yeah, lots of cool ideas.
oh, I've got a mountain of ideas I want to do, but it's just the time to do it. I mean, one of the guys from the Infinity Forums posted a picture of a ship, a science fiction ship at a dock, and he said, "This looks really cool." And yeah, I can do that. So it's a gaming table with a big ship on it. So I can do that. So I've already thought about how to do it.
So even just like little cutters or little light cruisers that'll fit in your hangar.
No, this is a big.
Oh,
ship.
like an actual. Oh, so a ship.
Holy crap!
The whole board's the ship.
Diagonally across a 4-foot table, and with dock areas around us. Like I can do that.
Oh, that's fine. No biggie. I'll just make it. Just make it happen.
Back, do you? I love this.
There's no point. But yeah, you've got to think big. The problem is, I build these things to the club, and people play on them. And they go, "Oh, that's great!" And then because they can come and play on them, they don't bother buying it.
They charge by the table.
Those jerks.
No, well, definitely keen to start picking up more and more. I've just got to start gluing it together the right way. That's my problem.
Oh my god,
But
that's so good.
I would push this product onto anybody and everybody who wants to get involved in.
And you got a present tonight too.
Yeah, and I did. So Paul generously gave me like this beautiful non-slip mat too. So
4-foot by 4-foot non-slip mat. Yeah.
We'll fit the board on it really nice and neat.
Oh.
There's no wobbling. There's no corridors that are all of a sudden shifting out of line. Everything is going to be honky dory.
We're throwing dice every which way. Oh man, it's gonna be so good.
Right?
You can throw dice down the corridor.
Put you roll the dice on the mat because they just go clunk.
Yeah.
There's no rolling of the dice on the mat.
They just stick.
When I've got this built, and when you've had a bit of a break and some downtime from
That's never going to happen.
from just pumping out, I'm going to have to give you a challenge on your own board.
Okay.
See if you can dig up some of those Steel Legion.
I've only got, I think, 450 of them, so.
Only.
Only.
Perfect.
Fill every, slot. So.
Yep. It'll be attacking an entire Steel Legion. Good.
Better break the platoons out.
I did have 70 tanks, but I think my sons whittled them down to about 30.
So. Beautiful. All right. Well, yeah, something like a bug hunt in the tunnels.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Do a squad. Yeah, squad-based thing would be great.
Starship Trooper style. Just send them in, clear the bugs.
Do some nice alien homage.
Well, that's what I tried to do. I just tried to design it so it was as multi-genre gaming as possible. So you can use it for whatever game you've got.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And the whole door thing, like you don't even have to run it as in corridors. It could just be like, this is your building.
Yeah.
Go nuts.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. I'm glad you like it.
That's all right. Oh,
Big fans. Big fans.
that's it, man.
Oh man, I love it. All right, well, let's check that timer. Oh, we've been a bit over an hour now. That's pretty good for us. Dave, did you have any questions for our wonderful guest?
Well, I just want to know, where am I going to see Paul next? Apart from the Blind Pig, what's on the cards? Where are you planning on traveling to or attending, promoting your awesome board now that you're...
Well, the tour will be at the Blind Pig every time it's on because I've decided to bring it to the Blind Pig every day. So I'll be there with as much stock as I can actually put in my car and bring. Apart from that, if there is a not a mates for mates, but a Defence Force tournament going on near the end of the year in December. I'll be attending that with the store. If there are any other tournaments going on, I'm quite happy to turn up and sell stuff to people. So,
all right.
To keep you abreast of any events that are coming through. So the event, for anyone who's interested, the event that he just mentioned is HeroCon. It's being held at the Chandler Centre, Southside in Brisbane. Very exciting. We'll be there. He'll be there. Lots of our friends will be there. So it should be an exciting day.
Everyone has to be there.
Everyone has to be there.
It's good fun. There's lots of people, lots of vendors and products. So I don't know why you'd be anywhere else.
Yeah, you know.
Anyway, door.
The doors. That's all we need.
It's all about the doors. There's nothing better than playing a game at 30k and Zone Mortalis to walk up to a door and go, it won't open.
Right.
But it's an awesome looking door. I'm just going to stare at it for the next 3 turns.
I'm just going to look at this door. I love it. All right. Well, this is bringing us close to the end of our show. Now, unfortunately, we do have a little bit of sad news. This is David's final show with us. He's moving on to bigger and better things, mostly to assist with his small family and the various challenges of work. David, you've been here with us for about 6 months, and you have done an amazing job. You have been a huge help behind the scenes. A lot of people don't often realize how much you do for us behind the scenes of each show. David's always there, chatting to us, setting stuff up, getting stuff sorted. Mate, you have nothing but my thanks for all the amazing work you have done with us.
Cheers, thanks, Brinley. It's been a lot of fun. I don't think haven't felt like 6 months really.
Yeah,
it went not longer.
It's gone quickly, man. It's been good. It's been a big time, and in slightly more uplifting news, we are officially welcoming Todd to the Aushammer team. Todd,
yeah, cool.
He's still there. He hasn't run away yet.
He hasn't run away yet.
Thanks, man. Oh, that's exciting.
Always welcome to have you on, man. You've been on quite a few shows. I think we brought you on way back for when we were talking about all the work you did with your students through your school, and then kind of just brought you on sporadically, and you've kind of just been a regular feature for the last couple of weeks. And
look, man, it's a tried and tested method. You just keep showing up until you stick around.
Yeah, exactly. You just keep rocking up anymore. I love it. As some of you may have noticed, Scotty's not here with us. Scotty hasn't left. He's just building the Bruce Highway. So
single-handedly, that's why it's taking a while, in case anyone's wondering.
Yeah, that's why it takes so long. It's just Scotty, so he'll be back with us 2025.
You'll know the work's good. You've seen the work he's put in his table, so he knows what he's doing.
He knows it. Oh man, he's all over it. He's all over it. Those buildings are huge. His table is actually it's just pavement.
It's all leftover bits of the road.
It's got like white lines and everything.
Just a section cut out.
Yes.
Oh, the 4x4 section of the road missing. That's where it is.
That's right. We found it.
Why it's taking so long, because it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. He keeps taking it away with him.
Yeah, he's running away. Oh man. But yeah, so nothing's really going to change. For Aushammer, we're just going to keep plodding along. We'll be minus 1 day, so we'll be missing a little bit of AOS content because he's our AOS guru, but he's not gone forever. Everyone who's local to us, you'll be able to see him at local events. He's just won't be on here anymore, but we'll all still be hanging out when we go to events, and it should be lots of fun. But it's definitely sad to see you go, man.
He'll still be around.
Yeah, you'll be hanging around doing your thing. So for those of us who have joined us tonight and those of us who have subscribed, we have just spent the better part of an hour and a half chatting to the amazing Paul Lindsay about his MDF terrain and making terrible jokes about various other things. There was an amazing door opening at the start. I definitely need everyone to go back and have a look at that. That was epic. Yeah, if for those of you who want to get in touch with Paul and BP Laser, you can go and check out the Facebook page. It's BP Laser. You guys have a website as well, I believe.
The Facebook page is BP Laser Australia. The website is bplaser.com, or you can contact me at bplaser@internode.on.net. Longest email in history.
It's brilliant. We will include all of those links in the drop-down box for the video. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We've had a few people submit some pretty pictures of their own personal terrain on our Facebook page. Thanks to everyone who participated. That was really amazing. It's very inspirational seeing what everyone does with it. We didn't see as much BP laser terrain as we thought, but
everyone's still busy building it.
exactly.
What you've seen painted is actually pretty awesome, really, when you actually see when people have put paint and finished on it and finished assembling it, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'll be having a crack at it. I'm hiring Paulie this week to have a crack and put a prototype down for it. He'll just have to I'll have to put up with him yelling at me for building it wrong.
Oh my god, that's so good. The round bits go to the top, Toddy. Oh my god.
It's not hard.
No.
Look, you got everything else right.
I think the best thing out of all this, though, is I'm just going to have to buy another whole corridor set.
Exactly.
That's it.
Oh,
That's
time for your mistake.
All right.
Well, that's us. That has been Aushammer episode 33. Thank you all for joining and listening. Farewell to Dave. Hello to Toddy. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, guys. Let's sign off.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
See you, Aushammer.